Ed Story says that Terry Stratmann's skipping woolly is fished 3 to 12 inches below the surface of the water, and that it is skipped through the water with the tip of the fly rod. I'm tying it on a number 12 hook with brown thread. Lay down a thread base the entire length of the hook shank. This can be tied in any color you want. He gives instructions for ginger. This is actually called honey, but it's a dry fly hackle. I have stripped the fibers off of the butt, and I'm tying it in so that there is some exposed butt end of that feather where I will be wrapping it. I am tying it with the dull side towards me. That way when I wrap it, the fibers are going to bend forward. The body is chenille, and a chenille, I guess, that would match the feather. I happen to have this chenille that's got a little bit of sparkle in it, and I guess it's brown. What's the difference between brown and ginger? Or is ginger more red? I don't know. But I've stripped the fibers off of that center thread, tie it in by that center thread, bring my tying thread out to the front of the hook behind the eye, and then just touching wraps the chenille for the body. Such a simple fly. Catch in the chenille with catch-in wraps, and then wrap underneath of it with the securing wraps. Clip off the extra chenille. Then take that feather and reverse hackle. I'm calling it a reverse hackle because reverse palmer the hackle, so that I'm keeping the dull side of the hackle feather towards the eye of the hook. That way the fibers will bend forward in dry fly fashion, although this is really not fished like a dry fly, as it is skipped right beneath the surface of the water. So I'll catch in my hackle feather, and it's just one of the series of woolies from Ed Story's handout, Missouri trout flies, how to tie and fish them. So I'll just wrap up over the end of that hackle feather, and then I can maybe, I don't want to pull the head off either, so maybe I'll just have to cut it off. Didn't want to snap out, a little bit tough yet there. I'll clip that out. And I think I've got plenty of head there, so I'll just go ahead and put a whip finish on it. Try not to catch too much more in with the whip finish. I'm just going to leave those hairs out in front on this woolly fly though. Just gives it that woolly character. Could singe those off, but the eye is plenty exposed there, so I don't really need to singe those off. And then some head cement, and I use a diluted goop for my penetrating head cement. There'll be a recipe for the goop solution in the description. So Terry Stratmann's skipping woolly, according to Ed Story in Missouri Trout Flies, How to Tie and Fish Them.